I've been using the Tecno Boom Superbass Headphones for approximately 4 years now, and for this particular pair I have owned for around 2 years now, and I've also owned a couple of other headphones and earphones, so to say, that are on the cheaper end, and I always find myself going back to these Boom headphones. So in this video, let's find out why and what have these headphones offered me that has kept me coming back to them as the cheapest headphones that I have owned and my most favorite cheap headphones. Welcome back, and I'm glad to have you here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider doing so and help us beat the algorithm gods so that we can gain some good audience. So let's get back to the video. The Tecno Boom Superbass headphones were launched with the phone in March of 2016, and they were meant to be a packaged deal so that the Tecno could be able to sell its Boom Player app, which was an upcoming thing and which they had introduced in the market as their default player. And this was supposed to give the listeners a rich, immersive sound and good sound quality so that they can be able to play their music, which was their selling point at the time, and boy, they did deliver. The phone itself, the Tecno Boom J8, was supposed to come in as a mid-range phone, offering a very strong punch to the market and giving its competitors a fight for their money. And it carried some very good specs at the time, which are nothing compared to the market today, as it came with a MediaTek 8735. That's not a very good processor at the market today, but back then it was something that we boasted about. So they also did come with the dual SIM. It came in 2 colors, which were white and black, 4G LTE band, and it was a 5.5 display. The base model came packed with 16GB ROM and 2GB RAM, and the micro SD was upgradable up to 128GB. Camera was a 13 megapixel, which actually was quite an advancement from the 12 megapixel that they were used to, but the front camera still remained at 5 megapixels. That's not a camera that we really wanted to take pictures with, but the back camera had some very good pictures. Battery was a movable lithium ion, which was 300 milliampere hours, and paired with the MediaTek 8735 offers some good battery life for the phone. By today's standards, this is nothing really to boast about, but back then it was something that you could. And now, as you can see, these are really old earphones, and they do show from the use and the torture that they have experienced in the past couple of 2 years. Compared to the modern market, the current market of headphones in the same range of money, there are other brands out there that will offer some more current technologies and better quality and features. But as for this one, I think it has held out its own. So my first pair I was given, it was donated to me by my brother, who did not have use for headphones. So that was my first pair, and after using them for quite a while, I got attached to them. So after I lost my first pair, I had to go and purchase the second pair. Right now, you can get them for approximately around 1,000 Kenya shillings, but then it was around 2,500 or something. Now the current prices will vary from one vendor to the next, but generally you're supposed to get them from between 500 and 1,000 Kenya shillings, I guess. I'm not quite sure about that, so you'll have to check if you need to buy them. Generally, I just use this pair for editing videos and listening to my music, and back when in my school days, I used to use these ones for listening to music while I was reading, while I was seated in the bench outside or in a noisy place. So they did serve me well, so that's why I'm giving them the honor of this review. So that if you need one to go out and get one, you can also head out, go to Jumia, you can go to Kilimall, links in the description below. Just head out there and have your go. As far as the many headphones that I have owned in the couple of years, in these past few years, I can say that these ones do have some of the best sound quality. There is the richness in the voice, the quality, the clarity itself. This do offer that hefty punch, and you will feel it when you're using them. So to say, compared to headphones in this era, when these headphones came out, there is no comparison. Most of them are just terrible. The music is just horrible, and bass is everywhere. No bass or no bass at all. The mids are worse, and comparing even to the current market right now, at this price, you're getting something. So as the name suggests, that these are super bass headphones, and you can clearly hear it when you're listening through these headphones. And the other ranges of sounds also does get muted from time to time, and you can feel the depth of that bass and the richness and the loudness of that bass. But as far as the balance of the sounds is concerned, they are not that balanced. They are more on the bass side, and the sound quality does suffer a bit from that. For audiophiles and other people who are going to use these headphones for music production and other activities that require keenness to some music, I wouldn't recommend you go with this pair, as it's a bit unbalanced from the bass side. However, if you are at this price point, there is no other better option that I would ask you to go. For that, I would ask you to just keep your money, raise a bit, and go with some better headphones than this one. A downside to these headphones is the fact that in terms of connectivity, there is just only one way that you can connect them. They are attached to a cable, and so you have to connect it. So you have to connect the headphones through a 2.5mm jack. No wireless connections, no Bluetooth, nothing. So if you're looking for that seamless control, and for a wireless experience, this will not do that cut. So the wireless factor does make them look a bit bulky, and also makes them less convenient to carry around. On the other side, they do provide a braided cable, which makes it very easy for you to keep the cable clean and to avoid damages. And also, you don't have to worry about running out of charge. They are cable connected, so there is no charging, there is no waiting for them to get charged. You just pick and go. So how they are built up, as you can tell, the ear pads are very worn out. So they are basically on a dead roll. And then as for the headrest, as you can see also, there is some wear here and there. This comes from poor quality material, but also from me mishandling them. Most of the time I just fold them, and as you can see, they are very convenient for carry. I just fold them, tie them around, and just throw them in the backpack, and that makes it. Now, comfort is a pretty subjective thing, but I'll try as much as possible to be as detailed as possible, and I'll try to be as non-partial as possible. So I do love the headphones, I have to say that, but when it comes to comfortability, this generally depends on a person's preference. But as far as I am concerned, the only complaint that I have with these headphones are the caps. They are a bit too hard, and when you place the headphones on your ears, they tend to get a bit too tight, and the tension between the ears is quite huge. So after some time, they start to get very uncomfortable, and you might get some earache for some time, and after some extended use, they are generally unusable. You cannot keep them in your ears. Also, the caps are a bit small, making it more uncomfortable for people who have some large ears, as they generally press down on your ear. For people who are using this spontaneously for a couple of minutes and that's all, they are a good go. But if you're going to be stuck with them for long periods of time, I don't advise you go with them. The rest of the build is not that bad. The tension between the headrest is quite good. They are flexible, adjustable, and they generally fit almost anybody. As you can see with my hair, they do fit very nicely, and they can fit snugly, and you can extend them to give you some more headroom. Or if you are a tight fitter, you can just fit them as tightly as possible. Now, it would be very true to say that these have not been the best or the perfect headphones for me, but they have served me well. So as far as the preference of headphones goes, there are a couple of other headphones that I would rather have, but this pair has met its use and not much complaint. And as always, thank you for watching, guys. Hope that I see you in the next one. Peace.